Alright, UFC 346003, January 2nd, 21st, 2003. Operation and maintenance of petroleum systems. Department of Defense, United States of America. Approved for public release, distributed and unlimited. The operation maintenance of petroleum system is any copyrighted material, including the UFCs identified at this point. Use the copyrighted material apart from the UFC must have the permission from the copyright holder. U.S. Army Corps of Engineer, Navy Facility Engineering Command, Air Force Civil Air Engineering Support Agency. Record of changes in locations. The format of the document does not conform to UFC 1300-01. It will be reformatted in the next revision. The UFC supersedes AFM 8516 maintenance of petroleum systems. Forward. Unified Facility Criteria System is described in Military Standard 3007, provides the planning, design, and construction, statement, restoration, modernization criteria, and applied to the military Department of Defense agencies of the DoD of activities in accordance with the U.S. Department of Defense, AT&L, Acquisition Technology and Logistics. Memorandum is dated in 29th May 2nd, dated 29th May 2002. The UFC will be used for all DoD project working for other customers where appropriate. All construction outside the United States is also governed by the State of Forces of Agreement, host nation funded construction agreements, and in some instances bilateral infrastructure agreements. Therefore, acquisition team must be in compliance with the more stringent of the UFC for the status of force agreements and host nation funded construction arrangements, and also the bilateral infrastructure agreements as are applicable. USC living or documents will periodically reviewed, updated, made available. Is used in the service responsibility. Provide technical criteria for the military's instruction. Headquartered of the U.S. Army Corps Engineering, Naval Facility Engineering Command, Air Force Civil Engineering Support Agency, and are responsible for the administration of the UFC Unified Facility Criteria System. The Defensive Agency should contact the preparing service documentation, interpretation, and improvements. Technical content of the Unified Facility Criteria is the responsibility of the cognate DoD working program. Recommended change with supporting the rationale should be sent to the respective services proponent offices following the electronic form. Criteria changes for requests, CCRs. The form is also accessible on the internet sites below. UFC's active upon issuance and distributed electronic media for the following sources: Whole Body Design Guide website, dodwbdg.org. And hard copies of UFC printed electronic media should be checked in against the current electronic version prior to using the ensure that they are currently authorized by Donald L. Belsham, Dr. James Wright, Dr. Get W. Moy, and Kathleen Ferguson, P.E. Civil engine maintenance of a petroleum system. Compliance with this publication is mandatory. Headquarters of AFCSEA, CESA, Mr. Pat Mooney. Supersedes the AFM 8516 of August 18, 1981. The manual implements the Air Force Policy Directive 3220. Installation of facilities and provided with the guidance for the base of the command, liquid fuel maintenance personnel, and guide with the procedures of field maintenance and permanently installed Air Force owned, leased, or controlled petroleum storage dispensing systems. It also supplements detailed manufacturing instructions on specific equipment and applies to all Air Force systems activities from which the civil engineer has maintained responsibility. Chapter 1, Scope and Responsibility. Purpose of Scope, Organizational Representative Responsibility. Chapter 2, Pipeline System, On-Base Pipelines, Operating On-Base Petroleum System, Maintenance On-Base Pipelines, Off-Base Pipeline System, General Pipeline System Components, General Pipeline System Repairs, Major Repairs and Pipe Cleaning. Chapter 3, General Information Pumps, Rotary Valve Pumps, Horizontal Split Case Pumps, Vertical Deep Well Turbine Pumps. Figure 4, Hydraulic Gradient 33, Filter Separators 3-4 meters, 3-5 valves. The DBB valve, Figure 5, Figure 6 is the ball valve, 3-7 full port ball valve, 3-8 gate valve, sump pumps, line straighters, automatic air eliminators, truck and tank card, offloading tanker barge, offloading, filling and standing grounding fueling system, General 4. Chapter 4, hydrant fueling system type 1 Panero, general information, original Panero, modified type 1 hydrant system, modifying Panero system operation, system components, non-surge check valve, F and field and screen control valve, refuel defuel control valve, Philadelphia hydrant adapter for liquid in the gauge elevator, liquid meter, high level shutoff valve, 124 AF. The Chapter 5 hydrant fueling system type 2 Pritchard yard, general information Pritchard type, the hydrant system deep well and vertical turbine pipe, non-surge check valve, non-surge check valve, FS field screen and field screen control valve, figure 3 field screen control valve, refueling control valve, figure 4 controlling valve, refueling control valve, pressure relief valve, 50 figure 5 high pressure relieving valve, defueling control valve, figure 7, 5-6 defueling control valve, dual to the rate of flow control valve, figure 7-5-7 dual rate of flow control valve, recommended setting procedure rate flow of control valve, defueling pump. 5-8 self-priming central figure defueling pump, central figure 5-9 central pumping pump operation, 5-12 remote controls electrical magnetic, figure 5-13 hydraulic adapter and liquid controlling valve, figure 5-10 hydrant adapter, figure 5-14 hydrant hose cart, figure 5-15 high level shutoff HLSO, high level shutoff valve, type 2 modified rapid flow, figure 12 combination dual the rate of flow control valve solenoid valve, figure 5-13 dual pressure release solenoid shut and check valve, figure 5-14 X73 aluminum blanking capping. Chapter 6 consistent pressure hydrant fueling system type 3 Phillips. General information piping receiving instrument, receiving storage, type 3 constant pressure hydrant fuel system, the high level shutoff valve, pump house, rate of flow, non-surge and check valve, the field screen control valve, the ESO valve, the HCS valve, the PBCV valve, DVL valve, PCV valve, product recovery system sequence of operation, leak detection. Fuel storage tanks, general information, Air Force standards, water draw-off system, water draw-off system, detail type of the tanks, floating pan detail, floating pan sealed, new inner tank, automatic float gauge head, automatic float gauge, floating plan, horizontal single intake, maintenance of storage tanks, pressure vacuum vents, pressure vacuum vent, figure back bellow ground tank vent, drink diking. Chapter 8, Safety, Environmental, General Safety Precautions, Hazard Liquid Petroleum Products, First Aid, Preventing Petroleum Fires. Chapter 9, Electrical Grounding and Bonding, General Information, Static Generation and Refueling System, Preventing Static Electricity, Relaxation, Release of Electric Static Energy Grounding and Bonding, Possible Procedures above ground, tranking, ground procedures, typical method of ground pier, floating barge facilities, typical method of bonding ladders on floating roof tanks, truck fill state and unloading area grounds, electrical current, state current, electrical inspection, testing and identification procedures. Chapter 10, Recurring Maintenance, General Information, Responsibility, Recurring Maintenance and Inspection, 10-11, Preventive Maintenance Reference. Chapter 11, Entry for the Inspection, Cleaning, Repair, and Coating Liquid Petroleum Tanks, Introduction, Standard TES Certification, Tank Entry, Personnel Requirements, Confined Space, Entry Requirements, Tank Cleaning Crew, Tank Entry Coordination, Tank Entry Preparation, Empty the Tank, Isolating Tank, Vapor Freezing, Atmosphere Testing, Initial Cleaning from the outside of the tank entry, repairs, returning service, and activity, tank entry, equipment, personal clothing. Chapter 12, Contract Work, General Information, Contract Requirements, TES, and Air Force Forms prescribed. Attachment 1, Glossary of Reference Supporting Information. Attachment 2, Capacity of Vertical Tanks. Attachment 3, Testing Procedure for Setting of the Pressure Differential Control. Attachment 4, Suggested Valve Tag Method. Chapter 5, Programming Fuels Projects. Attachment 6, Tank In-Service Inspection Checklist. Attachment 7, Related NATO Stagnant Studies and Petroleum Handling Equipment Working Group Responsibility. Chapter 1, Scope and Responsibility.